This video is presented by EA Gamechangers. Massive thanks to EA for flying me out to Berlin to attend the FIFA 19 Global Capture event. Enjoy the video, guys. So, today we will be taking a little trip to Brazil to maybe put together like a squad which I think you guys could use at the very start of the game. There may be one or two players in here that have a bit of hype about them that might cost a little bit more, but overall this is a much cheaper squad than anything I've done so far, and it's just like a full Brazilian team. Nothing crazy, nothing like super hybrid or anything like that, but I think something that could be very usable within the first few weeks of FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. So do me a favor, smash a thumbs up button, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, come follow me on Twitter and stuff for more FIFA 19 Ultimate Team updates and videos and content, you name it, I've got it for you. So we start off in goal with just a non-rare Brazilian goalkeeper. We've got Thiago Volpe in goal today. You can literally use whichever one on the game that you find that you can pick up for the cheapest, because like, especially at the start when you're not really trying to put that much money in, like you've not got that many coins to work with, picking a goalkeeper that costs you too much is like the worst thing you can do. Just get someone that is gold, so he's got a fair amount of ability, but don't go spending on that. You know, you need that for further up the pitch. Now, moving into the defense, we have Wendell at left back. This is someone that was pretty good on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team, 78 rated, so a little bit flying under the radar a little bit, but he is in the Bundesliga and he is Brazilian, so there's a bit of popularity there. And overall, good pace and like pretty well-rounded stats for a defender. I would say that he is someone that a lot of people are going to be looking to get into their squad. Now, I think Dani Alves this year is actually going to be a relatively cheap player. Yeah, he plays for PSG and all that, but he's 82 rated. That's nowhere near what he sort of has been for the past few years, and 78 pace. There wasn't that much of an option out on the right-hand side, so I decided to go for him today because I don't think he'll be that expensive. We then have two centre-backs here which look very good in my opinion. Gabriel Paulista, 73 pace, 83 defending, 80 physical, 6'2" with low high work rate. It's like, I'm impressed with those stats right there. And yes, he does play in La Liga, so maybe a few people are going to want to pick him up in their starter La Liga squad. So some of these players may cost you a couple or a few thousand coins. And then of course we have the old favourite Juan Jesus, 6'1", low high work rates, good pace at 77, 78 defending's pretty good, but 82 physical's very, very good. And of course he's left-footed, best positioned as a left centre-back. I think that will work out quite nicely for you. And to be fair, looks, as always, you know, just as good as he always has done. So pretty impressed with the defense that I've got there. It was decent for something that isn't going to completely and utterly break the bank. Now, moving into the midfield then, I've got three different types of players. So we've got Hernandez coming into the squad. Someone which I do think is going to be pretty much discard price, because when you take a look at the stats, there's nothing really that impressive there. However, I used him for like nostalgic reasons. FIFA 12, Hernandez, I mean, the craziness that I did with that guy, oh my god. But he's got 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot, and a good passing stat, so I feel like that could be useful in the centre of midfield. And then we have someone that's going to mop things up a little bit more in like a defensive manner, and that is Alan. One thing I would say about him is that I have since noticed that he's got 4-star skill moves, and being in the Serie A and stuff, like, that's going to be a popular league this year. He may hold a little bit of a price for a while. That's fair to be said. But a bit of a gem in this team, Anderson Talisca. Now, I know a lot of people know about him. I'm not saying he's a hidden gem or anything. But my God, 6'3" with the stats that this guy's got, I was incredibly impressed. Like, I scored some belters with this guy, and I just really, really liked him in game. People were saying that there's potential for him to get like an inform or something in one of the first weeks of the Team of the Week. Like, that would be sick. I'd love that. And of course, he's a player from the Chinese Super League, as is Hernandez, as is Alex Pato, I believe, as well. And these are our front three then. So we've got two 5-star skillers and then a bit of a nostalgic gem. We've got David Neres, a Brazilian who plays for Ajax, out on the right hand side with 5-star skill moves, and he's left footed. Now, if you watched my video the other day, OP players you need in your team, and I'll leave a card to that in the top right, like, he was one of the players that I suggested. I think he's a good option for you. 5-star skills in the Eredivisie, that's quite interesting. We then have Alexander Pato. I mean, this guy in previous FIFAs was a complete and utter beast. Used to be a 5-star skiller, used to get crazy informs and stuff, but Pato, man, I love him. So I had to bring him back into the squad as soon as I knew that I could use him. 85 pace, 80 dribbling is pretty good, 77 shooting is pretty good as well. And then we have this gem, which I guess will be the most expensive player in the squad. Vinicious Junior, of course, Real Madrid's latest and greatest young signing, born in 2000. That makes me feel so incredibly old, it's unreal. But 5-star skill moves and a 4-star weak fit. Genuinely didn't expect them to give this youngster such a high rated item, but I'm buzzing for it. Like, I love that. I love that it's someone that looks pretty usable with 93 pace, 81 dribbling. But I don't know, I was expecting him to maybe be a silver or something. If he was, he would have probably held an awful lot of a higher price than what this gold one's going to have. But yes, there will be some hype about this guy for a while. I'm sure he will hold a pretty relative price. I'm not saying this is literally a starter squad that you're going to get on the first day. But once you've played the game for a little while, maybe there's some coins at your disposal. You've had your week 1 squad battles rewards and you want to build a Brazil squad. You want to get a few better players in your team. Maybe this is the sort of thing that you could go for. Now, being Brazil, and Brazil's known for its skills and stuff, this might be some of the gameplay that you're watching where I tried I think the whole time I was busy flicking it up and doing little flicks and tricks and volleys and I know that you guys have been saying I've been doing it a lot in my videos anyway, and that was because, I've been using icons and stuff, and obviously it's fun to do that, and they have the ability. But then also you get behind the sticks with a Brazil squad, and you want to just be flair. You want to be a flair player. You want to do tricks and skills and flick it up and keep it in the air and stuff, and take crazy volleys, and that is exactly what I did. So, yeah, it's not the most conventional gameplay, but I absolutely love it, and I genuinely am so excited to score some really banging goals on FIFA 19. And look how Anderson Talisca, he's like the player that you just want in that cam spot because he's massive. He will get forward. He's got a cracking thunderbolt of a left peg on him, and I was just genuinely impressed. That was a nice goal by Vinicious Junior. I am not quite sure what the goalkeeper was doing. I think I was playing against Kazui. Yeah, I was definitely playing against Kazui right now, and I think he also had like a Brazil skill squad. So we probably both had pretty poor goalkeepers. But yeah, I did time that volley perfectly, and it bounced just before the keeper, so I guess that's how and why it went in the back of the net. I call that right there the double team. I don't know why they both went up for a perfect Bicey, but they did, and it looked pretty cool, but unfortunately it didn't go in the back of the net. This is a nice goal, and I think timed finishing got that goal for me right there with Neres, because he's not necessarily got the best shot, but he opened up his body well, and it had a little bit more power on it than it would normally have from that angle, simply because I timed the shot to perfection. And that is the risk reward that comes with timed shooting. My timed shooting video is absolutely popping off right now. We're at about 200,000 views on it, and it is picking up a lot of views daily because you guys are playing the demo and you're not quite sure how to do it. And I would definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it already, learning about it. Actually not just turning the time finishing off. People sat there the whole of last year complaining that we don't have a skill gap. And then something is implemented in FIFA 19 where, it's something that you need to learn and there is a skill behind it and stuff. And I see people saying, I'm just going to turn it off. No, just learn it, There are many situations where hitting a regular shot without timing it, without hitting that shoot button again, is going to be far more beneficial to just do that. Apparently, that's what one of the devs said at the capture event as well. If you're through on goal and you've got an empty net, you don't need to time your finish. Just tap it in the back of the net. But in certain situations where you feel like maybe it's not quite 100% chance of you scoring, then why not try and up that? The risk is upped, but so is the potential for your reward. So I would definitely recommend trying to learn the time finishing. You might be frustrated with it at first. You might have the muscle memory of someone that's been doing low driven shots and double tapping your shoot button all year long last year. But trust me, that will fade away quicker than anything, and you'll be timing your shots before you know it. And there's only a couple of shots which are going to go worse for you. So if you hit a red shot, if you really time it early, if you literally press that second shoot button way too early, then yeah, you'll get a red shot and it won't go in the back of the net. I mean, it has done for me a couple of times, literally in the opposite corner, but it won't be exactly where you want to hit the shot. Same goes for the early finish. I found myself scoring early finishes an awful lot as well. And what I guess it does is that if you imagine, and I have no idea if this is the maths or not, but if you imagine if you just hit normal shot without doing a time finish, it's at 0, right? If you hit a green one, let's say it goes up to plus 1, you get an extra benefit. Whereas if you hit a yellow one, it goes to like -1. So you have or a -0.5 or something, and then a red one, -1. So that seems to be what it felt like for me in game, where I think it's worth it. I definitely think it's worth it. Anyway, we sort of got off topic, but hopefully you've been enjoying the gameplay in the background right here. I was actually really impressed with these Brazil players. Pato, Talisca, Neres, Vinicious Junior, very, very good players. Alan as well. Alan is definitely someone I want in my team, as well as Gabriel Paulista, I believe the centre-back's name was as well. Incredible players on this game that hopefully won't truly and utterly break the bank, you know. Hopefully we'll be able to get this sort of team on the road to glory in no time. So do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to sub to the channel if you're new. Have a lovely day, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.